Our next guest on Biz One-on-One, Carrie Yasunori, was once an award-winning martial artist and coach. After retirement from that world, she, like yours truly, became kind of a couch potato. Once she turned 50, Carrie realized she had to change her life and get fit again. But the big box gyms and group exercise programs were not working for her. So she found a better way, and she built a business around it, Evolved Health. Today, she's going to share that story with us and her top 3 tips to get your best body ever. Carrie, perfect timing. I need to get my best body ever. So this Evolved Health has evolved out of your own personal story, I take it.
Yes, it has, Randy. As you said, 50. Turned 50.
That's amazing. And I asked you before we went on air if it's okay we say you're 50, because obviously you do not look 50. So it's a badge of honor.
Well, thank you. But when I was 50, I was starting to feel 50. And I had been an athlete. I thought, well, this isn't going to happen to me. But sure enough, I discovered that I too needed to work out just like everyone else. And as you said, I went to these gyms with 12 TVs and loud music. And I just found the atmosphere was not what I felt like was conducive to being healthy and fit. My background, of course, is martial arts. I'm used to something really purposeful, breathing, posture, presence. So these gyms didn't work for me, and the group exercises. So I discovered this wonderful way of exercising. A friend introduced me to a studio down in the US where they do slow motion weightlifting.
The 15-minute workout. Now,
Yes.
The theory is that you can do this once a week for 15 minutes and you're going to be in the perfect shape as you are?
Well, okay, yes, it's 15 minutes. It's once a week. And it's not a theory, actually. It's very tested out. These studios have been around for over 20 years. And when you work your muscles to a level of deep exhaustion by going slow motion on machines, you then require that week of rest in order to actually make the adaptive change that we're looking for, which is...
But we are literally talking about 15 minutes once a week.
Yes.
Now, if you actually have, like this sounds too good to be true, but if you actually have the exercise program 15 minutes once a week, that's got to be so marketable, because now you told me that people come in their street clothes and do it.
Yes, you are correct. That's another feature. We keep our studio very cold because you perform better when you're a little bit cold. So you are honestly in and out of there in 15 minutes. You haven't even sweat.
So you literally don't need to take a shower afterwards or whatever?
No.
This is unbelievable. Now, before we get more into this 15-minute workout and kind of the results that people are having with it,
Yes.
your own personal story, it is fascinating that you were like a top-level martial arts, like instructor, black belt, the multiple black belt, whatever it is.
Yes.
And yet, even for an athlete like you get to that into your 40s, 50s, and things start changing.
Absolutely. And this is what we address through our exercise. One of the main reasons that our health starts to decline after age 25, really, is that we're losing muscle. We lose about 5 pounds of muscle every decade as we age after 25. And that has a huge significance in why our health is declining. And so our studio is focused on, first of all, rebuilding and then sustaining that lean tissue, which is in so many ways so protective to our joints. It affects our blood sugar. Of course, it's metabolically active tissue.
So we're talking with Carrie Yasunori from Evolved Health, and we promised also just before we go for you to share with us your top 3 tips for a fantastic, healthy body.
Great, sure. Tip number 3 is...
Well, we're going to count them backwards.
Oh, of course,
Fantastic.
Yes. Much more suspense that way. Tip number 3 is make goals that are behavior goals. So we all need to work the basics, right? I come from the martial arts world, the basics. So the basics are all the choices you make every day. So it's about getting 8 hours sleep a night. It's about drinking lots of water. making your choices to make the healthy food choices, eating real food. And those are the sorts of goals you actually want to make, because the goal to lose 30 pounds is pretty meaningless. But the goal to take a deep breath before every meal, chew and put my fork down, and those sorts of small behaviors, over time, those are what build a healthy lifestyle and a healthy body. And those are measurable goals where we can celebrate and have success, whereas I need to lose 50 pounds is a setup for failure.
Okay.
Okay, so the goal setting is really important.
That's number 3.
That's number 3. Number 2 is we have an inner critic, and we really want to make peace with that inner critic. In fact, we want to go beyond that and transform that inner critic into our inner coach, cheerleader, champion.
So you're talking about that voice inside your head that gives you the gears
Yes.
when I have a chocolate bar.
Yes, or anytime, really.
Right.
Just very critical. And that negative, that self-recrimination can actually trump so much of your health efforts. It's actually essential to build that relationship with yourself. And that voice then turns into almost a nurturing, caring, soothing parent voice that's, you're doing great, you're doing fine, everything's okay. And truly, even that soothing voice, in order to reset your nervous system and put you on the positive path.
Wow. Now, number 1, those are 2 good tips.
Okay.
This number 1 must be really good. Join Evolved Health.
That's it. Done. Yeah, number 1 is lift heavy weights slowly until you can't lift them anymore.
Okay.
On an infrequent basis.
Which is what so that is what Evolved Health is.
Yes.
And you've just got it set up so that it's fun and easy, and it's a lot easier to do it when you've got someone coaching you to, it's right in your ear helping you to get, to break down that muscle. Wow. Well, thank you so much for coming on Biz One-on-One, Carey. It's been fantastic.
Thank you.